Question is, Teddy, do you agree with Max Kellerman's opinion that there should be a super heavyweight class like in the Olympics?
No. Hey, Max, you know I love you, but you know I disagree with you a lot of times. And this is no different. No, 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 no. I mean, if you continue to change the rules in football anymore, it's a tough sport like boxing. I understand the danger factor. I understand the need to make things safer as much as you can. I get it. And I'm with you. But if you go too far, it's not going to be football anymore. You're not going to allow these great athletes that people pay to watch perform use their great abilities, their great athleticism, their great thing, what they've spent their whole life building, their arsenal of gifts. They will be nil and void. They won't be allowed to be used anymore. You won't be able to hit a guy. You won't be able to tackle a guy this way, that way. And again, let's make it safer. But let's not lose the game. Let's not lose the sport. It is part of the reason not only we watch, but we are challenged that you can find a way to keep from being on fire in a place of fire. That you can run through fire, you can go around fire, that you can do things with the. You're talking about boxing. First of all, the athletes in all sports, I get it that they become faster, stronger, bigger. I understand that. But I also understand there's a history here that a lot of people might not think about. But how about back in the 40s when 30s, 40s, whatever it was, maybe it was the 30s, when Primo Carnero was heavyweight champ of the world. You know, I know for the most part the heavyweights were smaller back then. I get it. He wasn't. He was 260 pounds. Max Baer was about 200 pounds, 60-pound difference, somewhere in that neighborhood. Don't hold me to it. But it was a big disparity back then. The smaller guy knocked him out. How many times did Holyfield beat bigger guys? I mean, you had the new prototype heavyweights with Lennox Lewis and Klitschko. I mean, Lennox Lewis beat the big Klitschko. All these big guys. Riddick Bowe was a big, powerful heavyweight. Evander Holyfield beat Bowe. I know he lost to him, but he beat Bowe. He fought a draw with Lewis. I know the decision, a lot of people didn't like it, whatever, but he was competitive with a big, big guy. Holyfield was a small guy, but he found a way. He found a way to even the playing field. Part of this sport, part of the enticement to watch the sport is to watch somebody find a way. To somebody, the regular guy, the guy who's not born big and strong with those genetics, the guy who's just a regular guy, an average guy, to give him a chance to be better than average, to give him a chance to be special. How many times we talk about the size advantage, but what about the advantage of the smaller guy being faster, smarter, quicker, slicker, more determined? What about that advantage? Is it all just about the size? You know, I know that, again, they've gotten bigger. But through the history of the sport, if you go back, there were always catch weight fights. There's a fighter that, unfortunately, you guys, most of you are not going to know this name, and it's sad because you probably know the names of some of the great baseball players like Ty Cobb. You know, you go back, all the way back to some of those great baseball players. Obviously Hank Aaron, that's not that far back. Willie Mays, but that's back a little bit. But you go back, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, all the names, because the sport does a better job of promoting itself, of teaching the history and carrying on the history of those sports. Boxing doesn't have that. Doesn't really have a PR department. It's got all this, it's separated quarters and separated power bases and promoters, but it's been there longer than any other sport. And you have unfortunately, the names of some of the great fighters from way back, guy that I'm about to name, you have no ability to really understand how great this guy. His name was Sam Langford. And back in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, they fought a lot of catch weights. Well, Sam Langford fought from lightweight to heavyweight. I know the heavyweights were smaller, and he beat them. Why? He was too small, right? No. He was too fast. He was too tough. He was too smart. He used guile. He used the ability to adapt, to think, IQ. He used his experience. He used every trick that he learned over the years in a book. He outmaneuvered guys. He didn't have to outweigh them or outslug them or outstrength them. The sport has always had that. There's always been a certain magic to it, that you go to a fight and you see the underdog win. You see the guy that he's an underdog with talent, maybe not size, but he's the underdog. But while the other guy had the genetics to be born stronger and faster, the other guy didn't have that. But he had the opportunity that we all have. And he reminded you of that he had the ability to go out there and make himself better, to make himself harder, faster, quicker, smarter. That he could. There was a shopping place that you could shop. If you weren't born with those essentials, you could go shopping for them. You could go down the aisle. Give me some determination. Give me some motivation. Give me some incentive. Give me some mental toughness. Give me some work ethic. I'll take a little of this, a little of that, put it all together. And you can make up for the things you weren't born with. I have a saying that life's not fair. Sometimes it's not. But in boxing, if you're prepared, if you're willing to make yourself ready for that one night, trained hard enough, you dreamed hard enough, you just drilled it into your head that you were going to be on top one day when your moment came. And then you get in the ring, in that squared circle. And on that night, as unfair as life has been, that you were the smaller guy, the weaker guy, the guy that got picked on, the guy that had leftover clothes, hand-me-down clothes that people made fun at, they threw things at, that you came from the part of town or you spoke a certain way where people looked down on you. On that night, for 36 minutes, you could make life fair. You could even the playing field. That's what it's about. It's not about size. It's about overcoming, ingenuity. It's about letting people still know that there's hopes in the world when they watch heavyweight boxing, that there's still hopes for the Davids in the world to beat the Goliaths. Everyone got a Goliath in their life. It doesn't have to be somebody that's got a fist, but it represents something that you're afraid of, something that's bigger than you, something that overwhelms you, something that you thought was better than you. Until that one day that you said, no, it's not going to be that. Me, the average guy, I'm going to be better than average. And what represented the ability to do that? What was the stage for all that? What was the performing platform for all that? The heavyweight, not the super, not the cruiser, not the super duper, the one universal thing that everybody recognized. You didn't have to dress it up the way we dress things up now, Max. You didn't have to put sequins on it. You didn't have to get the strobe lights and the laser lights, and you didn't have to have smoke coming up from the floor. You didn't have to dress it up. All you had to do was, ladies and gentlemen, for the heavyweight championship of the world. That's all you had to say. That's it. That's it. For the chance to show that there ain't nobody bigger than you tonight. That you will find a way. He ain't too big. I'm too fast. I'm too determined. What are you going to just erase that? Max, we don't have enough divisions. We don't have enough divisions, Max. Really? Are you bored? Are you bored, Max? That we need more divisions in this great sport? It hasn't been diminished enough, watered down enough. Can't we still trust something? Can't we still honor something? Can't we still have tradition to something that we can still believe in for all the reasons I just said? Yeah, I'm for safety. I am. But I also know the reality of where I live. The reality that the people that box, they know the risk of the sport. They take that risk for a reason, to be great. Because without risk, you can't be great. You can't be special. You can't be heavyweight champ of the world, baby.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. So many divisions as it is, and there's just something that's so special about heavyweight champion of the world.
You know, before we leave it, I gave a lot of good, I think, examples. Do any of you guys remember Max? Do any of you, and you know I love you, Max, but do any of you guys remember a fighter some years ago, Rob? A Russian fighter, he won a title. I think he had one of those titles. Valuev, he was like 300 pounds. I think his name was Valuev. Like 300 pounds. Whoever beat him, who beat him? The guy was 220 maybe? 210? 230? So 60, 70, 80-pound difference. I don't know what it was. You'll probably find it. But whatever it was, what were we supposed to do? Make that as super, he was 300 pounds. Super duper booper title fight?
Yeah, I got him here. Nikolay Valuev, and he was 331 pounds at 7 feet tall.
Oh, 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 oh. Don't go near him. Oh my God. Somebody beat him.
Yes.
I guarantee you the guy was not 330 and 7 foot.
Yeah, so he lost to Ruslan Chagev, who let's see his height weight. Ruslan Chagev. He 6'1", and he weighed
230.
225 pounds. You got it. Yeah.
How many pounds? You do the math there for me there, college kid.
100 pounds. 105 pounds.
105. Okay? Max, I rest my case. Don't ever, ever, ever come up with a silly idea like that again. Please. Please.